Just minutes before Derek Chauvin's guilty verdict was read, police fatally shot 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant in Columbus, Ohio. I'm Dometi Pongo, and this is MTV News Need to Know. On Tuesday, former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges against him for the murder of George Floyd. But Chauvin's conviction is not justice, it's accountability. Justice would be if Floyd had gotten his day in court. During the Chauvin trial, we watched the defense and pundits attack Floyd's character, from him allegedly using a counterfeit bill to his prior drug use, all in a way to justify his murder at the hands of police. It's a practice we've seen in similar cases in which the victim is ostensibly put on trial. This character assassination is something that other families, like Floyd's, have had to bear, as if in order to be victims, we need to be perfect. Minutes before Chauvin's verdict was read on Tuesday, 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant was fatally shot by a Columbus police officer. Bryant's mother describes her as an honor roll student that promoted peace. Yet, like Floyd, she isn't a so-called perfect victim, based on what we know about the case so far. Police say they received a call from a female who said a group of girls were trying to stab her. Authorities haven't released the 911 call, but her family says it was Bryant herself who'd called the police asking for help. The body camera footage shows an officer arriving at the scene where there was a fight between several young girls, as Bryant wields a knife near 2 others. After just seconds on the scene, the officer fires 4 shots into the child. No de-escalation tactics were used. We don't know what the circumstances around the fight were, but we do know from the recent spate of mass shootings perpetrated by white gunmen that officers are capable of de-escalating situations and peacefully getting people into handcuffs. Like the recent mass murderer who killed 8 people in 3 Atlanta spas, or the perpetrator who fatally shot 2 protesters during a rally in Kenosha. He even received donations from police officers for his legal defense. And the culprit who massacred 9 African Americans in Charleston Emmanuel AME Church was treated to Burger King en route to the police station. All of these assailants had firearms. Ma'Khia Bryant had a knife. George Floyd was unarmed. We saw a shred of accountability this week with the Chauvin trial. But what does justice look like? It looks like officers granting everyone the same level of restraint, professionalism, and empathy that they have for white mass murderers. And it also means legislation that makes it easier to prosecute police officers when they abuse people on the job. Because like all professionals, they too should be held accountable. Unfortunately, this won't be the last we hear about the mistreatment of people of color by the police.